power is in the hands of the voters. That's why I'm appealing to the voters to vote for Hlaudi. That power, I will use that power in their own interest. They won't regret. Many things that Ramaphosa is talking about today, he has learned from me, but he can't say that.
Yes, you are his blueprint.
Yes. The former President Jacob Zuma, I think he did very well. And I believe that, to be honest, people use his name for whatever reasons.
Hi fam, it's a great honor to be joined by you today. Thank you guys for those who have been subscribing and liking our content, sharing and commenting. Today we have an incredible man in the studio, the man that I love. He doesn't need an introduction. Some they call him Mr. 90%, some they call him Mr. Sweetness, some they call him Mr. Action Man. I'm talking about none other than Mr. Hlaudi Motsoeneng Motsoeneng. Oh, I love it when you call yourself Mr. Action Man.
No, I don't call myself Mr. Action Man. People call me Mr. Action Man.
Yes, you just
because I do act. Yes.
But I'm interested. I know you grew up with your grandparents when you're growing up, but I'm interested more in knowing what are your best memories growing up.
No, my best memory is when I was leading what do they call a cast?
Yes.
At school. The best memory also was when I was coaching my soccer team and being the owner of the team. The best memory is when myself I was playing soccer.
Really?
Yes.
I just like the average young black South Africans, you grow up poor, you grew up in a very bad circumstances, but growing up as a child with this surrounding, what inspired you to say, what's again, Hlaudi? I might be growing up here, but at the end of the day, I will be something.
What inspires me is the poverty.
Yes.
From my family, is poverty from people who are staying in that village called Tawagusiu. That is where I come from. And another village is Hastunya. So that is the villages that I was staying.
Great. And then years later on, when you were still in high school, it happened that one of the people in the SABC realized how gifted and talented you are. He recruited you to join the SABC. How did that happen?
Now, look, the first person who recruited me, it was the late Hlaudi Motsoeneng.
Yes.
Remember, there was a soccer team there in the Free State, Kwakwa, where I come from. It was called Kwakwa Stars at that time, which was called again Free State Stars. So I went for auditions, and in those auditions, I went to the house of the owner of the Kwakwa Stars. So I was okay. I did very well. They were interested, and they decided that I should be a freelancer for television. And I was the presenter for Chappie's Little League.
And by then, I think, I love DJ's Boo. I think by then, you were
you love DJ's Boo.
Yes.
He's a good guy. He's a good guy.
He's a friend of the show. He's coming.
No, he's a good guy.
Yes, thank. Do you support him when it comes to this local brand and local achievement, excellency?
I don't need to answer. The answer is already there. I mean, I believe in local stuff.
Yes.
Our own people should produce their own stuff like he's doing. So I'm very happy for him.
Thanks, sir. By the time they approached you to join SABC, we're still pursuing your studies. And what made you to say, what's about King? I want to pursue this. I believe this is my gift. I believe this is how I can save the nation?
No, look, everyone has his own plans in life. So I decided that no, I want to be one of the best leaders in the country. And I have been actually practicing to be a good leader when I was leading my own soccer team, when I was leading the castle that I was in charge of. So I started there to make sure that I grow as a leader. And also there were people who I look up to. The former Prime Minister in Kwakwa, Dr. T.K. Mopedi, and other people that I admired.
I know, sir, in everyone's life, whether you can be born poor or rich, there is that particular individual who will play a huge role in helping you to shape a better future for yourself, or who will believe in you to take risks, to say, I want to take a shot in Simon. I want to give him an opportunity to do this and that in life. Who's this particular outstanding man that whenever you are sitting in your house, now you are a father, you are sitting around your 3 children, but I think I wouldn't have done it without this and that. I'm not saying it was a necessity, but he played a huge role.
It was Alvin Kloppers.
Yes.
The white guy.
Yes.
He's the one who recruited me for radio to work for the CDFM. So I'm very proud and I'm happy for what he has done for me.
Now you have served all the portfolios of SABC, excluding one which you were not interested, according to Judge Raymond Zon, the chairperson of SABC. That is the one which you were not interested in. That it was just saying that jokingly. So saving all the portfolios of SABC, what is the great thing in retrospect that when you look at it, you're like, you know what, Hlaudi, this is my legacy?
Look, man, I have done well for the SABC as a journalist, as a reporter, as a manager, a junior manager, especially when I was at Lesedi, because I was the producer. I became the senior producer. I became executive producer. I was also in charge for special projects in the SABC. That is where I decided to assist the other people who were still, growing within broadcasting industry, especially those who work under myself. I empowered them. I make sure that they enjoy life, they enjoy their work, because you can't work if you don't enjoy your work. You can't produce results if you don't enjoy your work. The environment must be more conducive for you to enjoy your life. But you can't enjoy your life without money. Yes. You must pay workers well.
Yes.
So that they are happy workers. They will reward you by making sure that they produce results.
Mm-hmm. Sir, I know that every good leader, or every leader, there are bad and the good things. Is not everyone will agree with him or her, and then not everyone will see only the good side. They will see some bad thing. But for me today, I want to focus on the good things. I want to focus on the positive, because the reason why we started this podcast is because we want to give flowers for people who are doing great for our country. We want to talk and learn from them. Number two, we want to appreciate black people who are entrepreneur and freelancers. You were freelancer before. So say, when you were the COO of SABC, you introduced the 90%, which is part of the things that you have achieved, the things that you are still proud even today to talk about it publicly. How did you come to say, I want to introduce this 90%? What is 90%?
Now, look, 90% was introduced to empower South Africans first.
Yes.
That was informed by when I look in South Africa that some of the artists, they are still very poor. They die as paupers. And the money that we are paying, most of money we are paying abroad, because the music that we play in South Africa, we love outside people. We don't love our own people who are artists in South Africa. By doing that, by introducing 90%, it means that people will be able to create employment. People will be able to produce quality music and employ other emerging artists. So I was looking to empower our own people of South Africa, because I believe that you can't empower people from outside when your own people are suffering, and they were suffering, and I believe they are still suffering even today. But if we can assist them and play their music, because for them, music is part of their work. So if you don't play their music, which means they can't eat. So we need to put money into their own pockets so they can look after their families.
I know, sir, during that time I was young, but now looking back and doing research of what actually happened the time you introduced 90%, there were so many challenges. Not everyone embraced it. What are the great challenges that you experience, or maybe things that people were saying when you introduced that change?
A person like me who knows what I'm doing,
Yes.
I will never go with the wind.
Yes, yes.
Yes. What I did, it was correct for our own artists, not just those artists. Remember, I also changed them. The soapies in South Africa, or what you call dramas.
Yes.
I remove the international content. I put local content, because the Bold and the Beautiful, Dr. Phil, all those international content, because I believe that you can't look for people outside when you have people who are very creative and very talented in South Africa, and you don't give them opportunity to produce local content. So I get rid of international content. I know that some people, they were making noise, but change, people will make noise.
Yes, no one loves
because
change.
you will touch real nerves.
Yes.
So I touch real nerves, and I was happy that I have touched those nerves, because it was important to make sure that people of South Africa, they must believe in themselves. They must support their own products rather than to support other people's products, because poverty is caused by leaders.
Yes.
Because leaders, if you don't take care of your own people, you are just happy. As long as you are happy, you get money yourself. You don't care about other people. You don't care about creating employment. You cause poverty. So I'm not going to be part of such a leader in my life, because I know that what it means to struggle, to live within poverty. So when I grow up, I said, no, I want to change my life first, because I must change my life first before I can change your life. Yes. So I have changed my life. So I decided that, no, I'm going to change other people's life.
So, during the time you were COO of SABC, one of the things that you were fighting for to see it happening in SABC during protest was for the journalist and the camera crew not to show the physicality of the protesting. But sir, when you introduced that, or you were saying that should happen during the protest, do you think it was going to make an impact? Why am I saying this? Is because on SABC we have some telenovelas, I won't name them, when you watch those telenovelas, you see disturbing pictures, you see people being shot, you see people being stabbed, bleeding people, and they show also to young people who are still in high school, they show them how to hack a car. How to hack a car, you steal a car without the key, you just use computer and all whatever. They show people how to kill someone and you clean all the mess and no one finds the evidence.
Now, look, the SABC should not encourage criminality.
Yes.
Because by doing that, you encourage criminality. You know, when I was at the SABC, we needed to create or produce role models.
Yes.
Yeah, you can't be a role model by doing that.
Yes, yes.
And the SABC should not encourage people to do that. Because young people, you know, it's easy for them to follow what you are saying on television. But that is not building the role model in South Africa. You are destroying young people. You are destroying the future of our country by destroying young people, because they will copy what is happening on television. When I said people must not show the physicality of violence or a banning of the vet university example,
yes, yes,
it's because how do you show where people are destroying the future of the country? Because if you destroy the university, I mean, where these students, where they will go to? Because this is their future.
yes.
And this buildings, it was built by the public purse. So we must protect anything that is public purse. We must protect everything that assists the future of our young people.
Yes, sir. Sweetness. What is sweetness?
Look, sweetness is when people are not aware that you are going to give them money into their pockets.
Yes.
I call it sweetness, because normally when I was doing that, people, they were not aware that I was going to give them money. But I knew that, you know, when after the schools closed, Christmas time, people spend a lot of money. When they come back, children, they don't have money, they don't have shoes to go to school. So at the SABC, I put budget aside for sweetness, so that when these people come, at least the unions negotiate with SABC, and then we agree that no, we will also give people sweetness. Yeah, so that they can enjoy.
Say, let me just say this. You are a very smart man. Why am I saying this? You took over SABC, it had 400 million in the bank. By the time you left, there were around 800 million in the bank, cash. By the time you left, SABC was with 8 billion, right, rand. So, sir, taking over SABC, being in a crisis, struggling financially, being able to double the amount in the bank and doubling the worth of the whole SABC, how did you do that?
No, I think you need brain, because my brain is always sharp.
Yes.
Yeah, my brain is always sharp, and you need to, when you are a leader, it doesn't mean that you know everything.
Yes.
You see, example, I don't have matric.
Yes.
So I could not employ people without matric to come and work under me and advise me in that position.
Yes, sir.
I know even if you don't have matric, you are talented. You can outperform people who have those qualifications. But I was having a very good team, and amongst my team, it was black and white.
Yes.
You see, I used them according to their strength. I knew their strength, but also if you lead, you must come with a vision. You know, you must be a leader that your people that you are leading, they must follow you.
Yes, sir.
You see, you must come with innovation. They must see that you have innovation. So the team that I work with, they knew that I've got some brain, I have innovation, and I don't deal with problems.
Yes.
You see, there is one thing that I don't like in my life. Because if you have people who complain about why they can't do ABC, they always talk about problems, which means those people, they are problems themselves.
Yes, yes.
And the problem can, if you are a problem, you can't solve a problem because
yes.
you are a problem
Yes.
yourself, you see. So when I see all these challenges, whether they call it the problems, for me, it's good. Because it's where I excel, is where I come with innovation, is where I use my brain to resolve the issues.
Yes.
If I may lead an example, South Africa elect me as the president of the country.
We are coming there.
Yeah, I want to go back and give people reasons why I could not deliver.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I can't do that. I must deliver.
Yes, yes.
And I can't ask people, what should I do?
Yes.
Like it is happening now.
Yes.
People, when they elect you,
yes.
you know why they are electing you.
Yes.
And you can't go to them and say, I'm going to consult. I have these problems. You must solve the problems.
Yeah. I'm Mr. President, I'm coming there. I'm coming there to the matter of elections and the party. Just to wrap this SABC role, portfolio achievement excellence that you did, some of the things that you are proud to talk about as you introducing channel 404 of the SABC. How did you see or what inspired you to introduce that channel, and in doing that, what were you looking for it or maybe aiming it to achieve or to bring difference in the country or in SABC economically?
Look, when I was the acting COO at the SABC, I realized that we are beaten
Yes.
by other broadcasters. We don't have 24-hour news channels.
Yeah.
So I decided to go and approach multi-choice to assist the SABC to fund this channel for preparing ourselves for digital migration.
Yes.
But also, my aim was to create employment,
Yes.
which I did.
Yes.
Because that channel, even today, they are still employing people. People are still working there. As long as that channel is there, it's me. It's my legacy. It's my legacy that I have created employment, and I'm still outside SABC, but I'm still creating employment.
Yes.
Because without that channel, those people who are working there, they will be somewhere else or they will be unemployed. Yes, I'm very proud that I came with that channel. But also remember, when I came with that channel also, I was also targeting young people. Yes. Because I was saying that, like people at universities, they must produce content. You must be given opportunity to be in that platform of the SABC. Remember, when you are at university, it's more about theory. Yes. Yes, yes. So my belief is young people during the school's holiday, yes, they must go and work and do practicals. Yes. Whether at the SABC, if they are finance people, they must go to maybe certain banks. They must be allowed to acquire those skills, because I was also fed up about people asking young people about experience. Because when I was at the SABC, I told the SABC management and the board that for me it is stupidity to ask young people experience, because no one was born with experience. Even myself, the more you work, the more you do things practically, that is where you gain experience. But a fresh student from a university or from anywhere, you can't ask them about experience. Actually, Ramaphosa is following what I have done. So now he's talking about, no, people must not ask experience for young people. I have done it.
Yes.
I have employed people, young people without experience. You know, many things that Ramaphosa is talking about today, he has learned from me, but he can't say that.
Yes. You are his blueprint.
Yes.
So on the issue of experience, it's a big issue because I'm just graduating now to go to work at SABC. Maybe you'll find they will want 3 years experience. I just graduated now. Where am I going to get the experience? So I really, really wish things can happen the way you say, to say, for an example, journalists who are working at VETs, they can do their practicals at there are protests that are happening at VET. Why can't SABC use those students to broadcast those protests? Why maybe multi-choice or SABC use film and TV? I'm doing film and TV, which is production, directing, writing script and all. Why can't we do our practicals with SABC or multi-choice, just to have that partnership to say, guys, bring these students, let them learn from us on set and all the stuff. I wish it can happen that way. I really wish. But in talking about that, sir, if today you were still in SABC, let me just phrase this way. If today you were still sitting on SABC throne as SABC COO, what are some of the things that you would have done or you would do, looking at the state of SABC, at the state of the country right now? What are the things you say, I wish I was there, I would be doing this and that?
Look, as you said earlier, remember when I came to SABC, they were struggling financials.
Yes.
The SABC, they were under government guarantee. I'm the one who pushed SABC to pay government guarantee, to remove all these problems, because I realized that people were focusing on the problem that was facing SABC. I said, no, remove the problems, come with solutions. So, you know, it is very interesting when people said Hlaudi collapse the SABC.
Yes, yes.
But the reality and the books of the SABC, they talk different story. Because when I came, the SABC revenue was 4 billion. I left, it was 8 billion. Now, currently, 2023, 2022, 23. You know where's SABC?
I have no idea.
Back from 8 billion.9 to just above 4 billion revenue as we are speaking. And what the AG did, disclaimer for SABC, but the media and other people, they don't want to talk about those issues because they want to have that thing that Hlaudi cause problems for SABC. But the reality is, the auditor generals, the financials that are audited, when you read them, when you look and you compare me and these people, I'm far away. You can't even compare me with them.
From collapsing in the SABC.
No, I'm far better than them.
So, talking about this naysayers, negativity, things that, according to you, just correct me, are trying to tarnish your image.
No, my brother, you know, tarnishing my image, yes, people they will try to do it, but you know, the truth will always prevail. Like now, I think the history has cleared me about the SABC, because the history has shown that actually I was the better person to lead the SABC. They can't find anyone now. That's why they are collapsing SABC left and right.
So, sir, as I was saying, looking at all this negativity, naysayers, that creating this bad image about you, how do you deal with people who come and say, Hlaudi Motsoeneng did this, but when you look at the reality, as you're saying, and the audit and all this stuff, they show you as an exceptional leader?
You know, I don't focus on people.
Yes.
What I know is when you are a leader, people will talk bad about you, others, they will talk good about you. So don't focus on people, focus on yourself, because I know what I have done for SABC, the good things that I have done. The workers at the SABC, they know People of South Africa, they know. There are those few people who will come with this propaganda. But I'm aware that the majority of South Africa, they believe that I have done well for SABC.
Sir, and wrapping up the SABC issue, do you know DJ Waras?
Who's DJ Waras?
DJ Waras was working on Y5FM. Now he's not working. He did an episode with DJ Fresh and Podcast and Chill. On Podcast and Chill, he mentioned you was like you were a cool. I'm not sure this is the words that he used, but I think that's exactly his way. He was like, you were a cool guy in SABC. He will bump into you, the employees. You will greet them, hey, and you will greet them. That's what he's saying. Was like you were that kind of a person in SABC.
Yeah, I'm. No. I always love people that I work with. You know, I love those workers there at the SABC. I think they were my friends. Yeah, I treated them with respect.
Yes.
Yeah, I did respect them because I believe that if you work with people, it's just the title.
Yes.
But you are all equal.
Yes.
You are all human beings.
Yeah.
So you can't say because I'm the boss now, people should feel that I'm the boss.
Yes.
So yeah, he's correct that I was always
Reachable.
down to earth.
Yes.
And I was always approachable because all workers, whether cleaners, security guys, they were able to come to me and talk to me and stop me anywhere.
Yeah. Just on my statement, he didn't do with DJ Fresh. He did with Podcast and Chill, which is McG. You did an episode with him, and the other one he did with Penwell on the Penwell show. So those which he said on the Podcast and Chill. So now you are out of SABC. You have registered your own political party. But just before this, I think we need to clear this one out. When I was thinking that I will be talking to you, the first thing that came into mind was the headline that I read back in there saying Hlaudi Motsoeneng was fired from SABC because he lied about his matric. When I was thinking that I would be talking to you, that's the first thing that came into mind. And I was, wow, this man is a legend. That's what it came to mind. But later on, as I was preparing for my interview, and then I came across your appearance on State Capture, I changed my mind. I was like, no, this is me. It's not anyone's view. After watching your appearance on State Capture, I changed my mind about the headline to say he lied about his matric. I'm a young man. I look at the affidavits that were there, the testimonies that were there, the letter of recommendation, the letter from the lady, the letter from the man you said is the man that you look back on and say, wow, he did a great role in your life. He said that he know that you didn't have a matric. So me analyzing, this is my own final conclusion. I came to say, he didn't really lie. People knew that he had a matric, although there were some letters that were being written requesting him to submit the matric. How can you clear this one up? This is the platform that maybe you can try to. On MacG, you never spoke about this one. Let's clear this one up.
I'm happy that you have done research, young man.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm very happy. You know, it's good when journalists do their own research.
But by the way, say I'm not a journalist. I'm a filmmaker. Just have a podcast. Far from journalism.
No. It doesn't matter. Journalists, you know, you also have people. Community are journalists.
Yes.
Including you.
Yes.
You are a journalist. You can report about anything as long as you report. It's journalism.
Yeah.
That's why we are saying people's journalism. So you still do that. The work that you do. But in short, you see the issue of matric is very interesting. There's no way that you can lie.
Yes.
Because I did not apply for SABC.
Yes.
To be employed by the SABC. I was headhunted by the SABC. How can you lie when people come to you and say to you, we want to employ you? And then I said to them, the same Alvin Kloppers, when he approached me, I said, hey, Alvin, you know what? Can you employ me? He said, yes. I said, I don't have matric. I'm a freelancer, but I don't have those qualifications. He said to me, no, but you are excelling on your work. Actually, we believe that you qualify to be a journalist at the SABC. And remember also, it was not me only. SABC majority.
Yes.
During my time, they didn't have matric. Even when I was at the SABC, there was no policy that says that when you are employed, you must have matric. And remember, at that time, you have standard 8. Yes. People who standard 8, they went for teaching with standard 8. There was no matric. Matric is something that just came later.
So, say with you presenting the affidavits and the evidence that were presented in state capture, do you think that the former public protector owes you an apology?
Yeah, you see, no. You see, when people have their own motives,
yes.
Yeah, Tulu was having her own motives on the matric issue because remember, Alvin Kloppers gave his own affidavit to public protector. Pula Mutiwe did the same thing. SABC did the same thing. And then she came to that conclusion that no, actually I was employed because I lied. Yes. You see, Tuli didn't know about me when I was there at the SABC. People who knew me, people who employed me said, no, we employed Hlaudi. We fought matric, but now we must check who is lying between Hlaudi and Tuli. Yes. The answer is Tuli was lying.
Do you think she owes you an apology?
My brother, what I'm gonna do with apology? What I'm gonna do with apology? She did what she did. I'm okay. Life goes on. I don't dwell on negative issues. I just focus on positive issues.
Now we're done with the SABC matter. We come to African content movement. The president sitting in front of me. It's an honor, Mr. President, to sit before you go into the office, because once you get there, it will be hard for you to reply to my messages, to come to my podcast. So it's an honor, Mr. President, to talk to you before you become the president. I'm really glad you did that.
No, look, when I'm the president, yes, you are going to have more access than now. Yes. Because I'll be dealing with real issues of South Africa. Because, remember, people must be informed. Yeah. So if you are the president, you must be hands-on. I know people have a problem with someone who's up there and you have hands-on. But if we are not hands-on, you'll have many problems. Yes. Because even people that you are leading, they will give you sometimes wrong information and you believe them and you are in trouble. Yes. You can't deliver.
So, leaving the SABC, now opening your own political party ACM, what motive or things that you were hoping to achieve when you registered this political party?
Look, first time when I was coming with my party, no, I don't think I was serious. Yes. Yeah, it was just, part of life, enjoying myself. But now I'm serious. Yes. Yeah, now I'm serious. For 2024 elections, I'm very serious. But also, the reason why I came with this party is because I realized that South Africa is doomed. We are going nowhere with these leaders that we are having. And I believe that because I have a good track record of service delivery, I have good heart for people of South Africa. I believe that I'm the only person who can change South Africa. And I believe that the one who's going to change South Africa better after me, he's not born yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. People who are going to change South Africa, they are not born yet. I'm the only born who's still alive. So people of South Africa, they must take that opportunity to elect me when I'm still alive.
Yes.
Because they will see a different South Africa.
Sir, the only person who can change South Africa, it's you. The one who can change South Africa is not born yet. Those are your words. Sir, years back, Mr. Malus Gigaba said the same thing. He was like, I believe he's going to be the future president of this country. I was with him on the show, sitting on the same chair that you are sitting on it. And then there is this EFF, there is the EFF president, Julius Malema, saying that he's the future president. We must elect him. And then there is Duduzan Zuma, who's saying he's the future president. He's the only one who can change South Africa. We must elect him. Now I'm confused going to next year. I have to elect you. You're the only president. And then I have to elect Julius Malema. I have to elect Duduzan Zuma. He announced official Duduzan Zuma that he's campaigning. Why should be you specifically? Let's leave the only person, because everyone is saying that. Why you specifically? Why do you deserve the throne of presidency?
Look, firstly, I don't talk about other people.
Yes.
So I'm not going to talk about the people that you are talking about.
Yes.
I rather focus on my part, which is ACM and myself. Look, when it comes to decision making,
yes,
I'm tested. When it comes to innovation, I'm tested. When it comes to service delivery, I'm tested. I have track records. You see, for me, I don't focus on problems. Example now, other people are saying, no, we must employ young people.
Yes.
And you are young. I think you are very excited.
Yes.
But I'm not excited. I want people to be employed, young and old.
Yes.
You must not choose that you want to employ young people. Because if you employ young people, you are also creating unemployment on these old people. And they have children. How they are going to look after their children when you focus on young people. So I'm saying you must balance to employ young people and employ old people. Actually, for me, if you are saying you only focus on employing certain groupings, example, young people, is discrimination against old people. So as government, you need to have conducive environment where young people can come with creativity, young people can excel, employ them, but also create employment for old people. And it should not be about whether you have qualifications or not. Everyone must work. You see, if we create such environment in South Africa, we will deal easily with poverty. Yes. Because I believe that young people now, the space that they must occupy is what you are doing, technology.
Yes.
Young people excel in technology. That is where you need to create employment and focus on that one. When it comes to factories, is where you need to make sure that these people who don't have so-called qualifications, they also work. Their factories, you create that environment. But South Africa, we don't do that. What we do, we come with grants. I can't be proud if I'm a South African and I have been given an RDP house when I'm able to work, when I still have energy to work, and the age allows me to work. Every man wants to be independent. Yeah. Every man is happy when you have built your own house, when you are able to take children yourself rather than people looking after your children. Yes. We want to create such a environment in South Africa. But here in South Africa, that.
Yes.
Yeah, but for me, they are destroying South Africa. Yeah. Because what we need to encourage is think tankers. We must have people who sit down and think and come with vision and come with innovation to create a different South Africa, not a South Africa where we are saying everything is for free. No, that is not South Africa that I want to live in.
Yeah. So I remember back in 2017, that's the first time President Ramaphosa came into power through the motion of no confidence. That's how you weighed it. So when he came into power, so many people in the SABC broadcasters, there's this FM or radio station I usually used to listen to. I won't mention it. They pushed this notion to say the father of the nation, Nelson Mandela, he believed that the future president should be Cyril Ramaphosa after him. They pushed that thing, and then they push this notion to say he's the right man to lead the country. Those are the things that they were saying. And I was so excited. I was like, wow, because I love the radio station. They believe in him. I'm still young by then. I think I was doing grade 10. I'm still young then. I don't understand all these things, but this is the man that they believe in. Looking at when he took over in 2017 until today,
there is nothing that you can say about President Ramaphosa.
Yes.
Zero. Nothing.
Yeah.
He has never done anything.
Yeah.
What I know about him is many commissions. Many inquiries. You must know, if you are a leader, you come with such things. You yourself, you don't know how to lead. You yourself, you don't have the plan for countries, because you can't have a commission of inquiries and then now we are run by commission of inquiries. Because, example, if you have government people, officials working, they must work. If you have NPA, you have police, you can't always put commissions to investigate them. You see, you must have a performance. If they are not performing, you must get rid of them. So for me, any leader who comes with committees, inquiries, is waste of time. Yeah, it's waste of time.
So, do you think they were okay?
I think Zuma did very well from where I'm sitting. President Zuma did very well. President Mbeki did very well. So even Kgalema Motlanthe, when he was the president, although it was too short, I think he was better.
Yeah. So when you come into presidency, you win the election, they announce Hlaudi Motsoeneng is now the new elected president of South Africa. What is the first thing that you're going to do?
You see, the first thing that I'm going to do is to zoom into budget.
Yes.
Of government.
Yes.
And prioritize that budget to assist communities, especially creating employment. Because the first thing that I want to do is to create employment. Because if you create employment, you are dealing with poverty. You see, we can talk about poverty and sing about poverty, but without employment, there will be always poverty. And the second part that I'm going to do, happy workers.
Yes.
You see, if you look in South Africa, the teachers, I'm very proud about the teachers. They do wonderful. They groom our children. They are the parents of our children most of the time. They stay with our children. They look after our children. But when you look their salary, it's not good. So we must make sure that we pay teachers very well, police very well, nurses very well. I'm just mentioning this three groupings in government. But even workers, whether it's cleaners, whether it's securities, whether it's whoever, as long as people are getting living wages, where you don't go to machonisa when you work. I hate for people to go to machonisa or to go and borrow money at the bank to look after their children, but they are working. We must give people the work that is going to pay them very well. So for me, I'm saying to people of South Africa, especially workers, if I become the president, the unions, they will become insurance.
Yes.
Because there will be no need for workers or unions to fight for salary increment. It will be a given. So all the workers of South Africa, they must just vote for me. And I have track record because when I was there, where I come from, I give people sweetness, I give salary increment. So that is who I am when it comes to workers.
Yeah. So one of the issues that the country is facing is the issue of load shedding, is the issue of high unemployment rate. So many young people, they graduate, they sit at home. I don't know. But before President Cyril Ramaphosa took over, load shedding wasn't a norm in the country, wasn't happening every day. I don't know whether anyone have said it before, but I'm saying it. Before he took over, load shedding wasn't a norm. Right now, load shedding is a norm. You are looking at your watch as we are doing the podcast. You need to go home and take a shower. Now you are calculating what time load shedding is going to take place. Sometimes when you get home late, you feel guilty. Like, I got home late, load shedding now has hit this area that you are sitting at. How are you going to address the issue of high unemployment rate and this load shedding that is a norm?
It can be a norm under my leadership.
Yeah.
Because I have solutions to deal with issues like your ESCOM, your electricity, your water, your roads, all the basics. I call them the basics. There are people, to be honest, in South Africa who are capable to improve South Africa, but because of politics, those people, they have been chased their way. Who dealt with ESCOM problems? You are like your Brian Molefes, your Kokos, and others. It's not him only. All the SOEs, even at the SABC, I was not chasing away alone. Even other people who are good for SABC, it's fine, you can chase Hlaudi, but don't chase everybody, because you still need that memory to assist this SOEs. But I believe that we have capable people in South Africa who can resolve all these issues. It's just that you need a leader.
So how would you address people who are like, how are you going to bring these changes, and those who consider yourself and others to be among the former President Zuma's side or camp, who say who consider you to be among his camp and side, who say, but his camp, they led to state capture and all this. How would you address those things?
I think the state capture,
Yeah.
if it is a state capture, is worse now. Under this leadership of Ramaphosa, our president. But I don't know state capture, to be honest. What is state capture? If I had to define state capture, because I went to Zondo, as you are aware, Chief Justice now. But what he came with, nothing on me and the SABC. There is nothing, zero. So I don't know what is this so-called state capture. Even that Zondo commission, I don't think you need such a commission. Because if you are saying state capture, if you talk about corruption, you have police, you have NPA. Those are the people who must deal with corruption or whatever state capture that we call. You don't need commissions to deal with such issues, because that money that you use for commission, it was supposed to be used to invest in youth, to invest in roads and other important services that people are looking for.
Sir, how's the campaign going for next year?
No, look, when it comes to a political party like I have, this political party, African Content Movement, it is not easy to run a political party, because, especially for me, because you need funds, you need money. You see, I can't go everywhere, campaign like other political parties do, because no one is funding me, because people are afraid that if I take over, all these international companies, they will be in trouble, because I will focus on making sure that we have our own companies at home locally. I will be biased for people of South Africa, not international people. But I'm not saying that we must not attract investors from outside. But the priority, it must be us creating this environment, creating employment, making sure that we produce black people to be big business.
Sir, are you not afraid that we'll end up being like Zimbabwe, having sanctions if we go through that way?
You know, that mindset comes from somewhere.
Yes.
That black people, they will become Zimbabwe, they will become this and that. I don't think so. And I don't want to talk about Zimbabwe, because I think they know what they want from their own country. I just want to focus on South Africa. But I know that South Africa will be better if you have real leaders to lead South Africa. Currently, we don't have the leader that is waiting is me to change South Africa. So I want people of South Africa to believe in me, so that I can change South Africa. People should not judge me by English. You know, English can't give you bread. Yes. Yeah, my sharp brain can give you something else better. Yes.
You remind me of the former president, Jacob Zuma.
No. The former president, Jacob Zuma, I think he did very well. And I believe that, to be honest, people use his name for whatever reasons. I know when I was at the SABC, people were using his name, but he has never talked to me about the issues at the SABC. And people use other people's name, especially people in the Lituli house. But when you are a leader, you must not listen to people, even if they come to you and say the president said, because you are accountable. Yeah. Actually, I think it was not good for commission to deal with President Zuma the way it dealt with President Zuma. I believe that President Zuma, is my personal view, if he advised people to say, I have these people, can you assist them? It is his job. Yeah. As the president, if people come to you, what do? You send them to different departments. You send them to different SOEs. But we are not saying those managers, they should not follow the process. I think in this case, I must defend President Zuma for principal reason that if he went to commission and explain all these things that I'm talking about, because I know President Zuma could not commit what people said he has committed. Zuma will never do those things. I know that people use his name, and even to me, they came to me and used Zuma's name, and other leaders, they use those leaders' name. But I believe that if you are a leader, like those people who went to Zondo Commission and said, Zuma said we must do this, we must do this, there was no gun pointing at you to do what they did, if they did. Because I believe that if you are an official, a politician comes to you and you know this is wrong, you tell the politician, huh? I can't do this. This is wrong. I can't assist these people. This is wrong. But people, they don't want to take accountability and responsibility. They blame others.
I hear you say the issue of the former president is a complicated one. I don't have immense knowledge in terms of everything that is going on that affects him, and it's a very, very deep one. It's a very deep one. So so as the future president, you believe that you are the future president, right? As the future president.
Believe is something.
Yeah.
Yes, I believe, but you need people of South Africa to believe in you.
Nice.
Yes, because I can dream, I can have all these issues that this is what I want to be, but I mean, the power is in the hands of the voters. That's why I'm appealing to the voters to vote for Hlaudi. That power, I will use that power in their own interest. They won't regret.
My question, sir, was, as you are appealing to South Africa to believe in you, to give you a chance to lead the country. Is there maybe the former president that maybe you go into for mentorship or maybe for advices because they have been in this road? We have former President Thabo Mbeki, Jacob Zuma. Is there anyone maybe that you go and have a one-on-one, like, hey, how did you do it?
Why should I go to them?
Yes.
Because I have my own vision. I know what I want. I know what they have done. So I don't need to go to them. In some cases, I can go for advice there and there. But when I'm in charge, I should be myself. I should come with what I want to come with. Because I'm not going to copy what other people do. I'm going to do what I need to do to assist the people of South Africa to build a better South Africa.
Yeah. So, just like everyone else who's going to campaign for 2024 elections, I wish you all the best for these upcoming elections. The rest is up on South Africans to decide the future of ACL. But from myself, I wish you all the best. Yes, I wish you all the best. The campaigns, the rest is upon South Africans. What is your message to every young person right now who's watching at you, who has lost hope and in South African democracy and the power of voting? Someone who looks around and say, why should I vote? Or someone who says, why should I vote for you?
Look, for young people, I'm not happy when people get excited. When the government announce matric results, because I know when they pass their matric, I know when people finish at the universities, I'm not excited. because there is no employment. In South Africa, we must make sure that people, when you finish at university, you must not struggle to get work. You must just walk in. You know, I said to people during apartheid, if you were having qualifications, your last year at university, you already have a work. So we want to create such environment, because we can blame apartheid, but we can't blame apartheid about black people who finish at the universities, because I know many people, when they finish, they were working. So we should create that environment. But also, we can't encourage people to go to university, all young people or the youth, because you can't absorb all of them. You know, people have different dreams in life, but sometimes parents channel people to go to universities. There are colleges, they must go to colleges. Where I come from in Kwakwa, at certain point you have Ambach. You know what is Ambach?
I have no idea. I'm a born free.
Yes, Ambach, it was where people are taught skills. You are taught skills, whether you are a carpenter, whether you are a builder. So that is where you are taught skills, because I believe some of the people, according to their dreams, according to young people, what they want to do, we must not force everyone and say, no, if you go to university, you are better than these others. No, we are all equal, and people must work, because if you do that, people will be able to choose. I want to be a builder. I want to look after people's gardens.
Yeah.
You know, it's still employment and it's skills. Yeah. You know, to look after a garden is not easy.
Yes.
There are special skills that you need to look after a garden. The same way for your domestic workers. What they do is wonderful. Such people, you can't just ignore them. So for me, for young people, I can say to them, look, the future is bright, but you hold your future in your hands as young people. You hold your future by voting people who are going to deliver, not playing with words. People who have guts to take decision. You know, when you are a leader, you must take decision. And I'm not saying people who always will be correct. I mean, human beings will make mistake. But those mistakes, you must learn from mistake and make sure that you improve yourself. So for me, I only believe that if you have a good leader like myself, South Africa will be a better place. Young people, they will excel in their future, because I will create employment for everyone in South Africa, not just young people, everybody.
Said there's a lot to talk about, but because of the issue of time, we have so many things that are going on. We see. Let me just ask you this one more question. Every year, sir, we have students every year since 2014, as far as I can remember. Since 2014, every year we have students who are marching on the street, protesting because the fees are high. They can't afford the fees. The accommodation is also high every year, and it's so sad. Say 2021 here in Bram, just few miles, actually just few meters away from where we're sitting, a man was gunned down because of this protest. A life was sacrificed because of students who are saying to the state, please give us an opportunity to be educated. Please reduce the fees. Our parents are poor. We come from the rural areas, from farmstead, from township. We come from informal settlement. You have lived in Mkuku. You know how the environment in Mkuku is. Everyone is playing their music, is too loud. But these students, they fight so hard to focus in their matric. They pass, they come to universities. The issue of fees is becoming a stumbling block for them to reach their dreams.
No, this issue is more easier to resolve. You see, young people, I mean, like I said, we need to create employment. The grants that you put on your RDP houses, the 350 that now government is putting and investing in people who are unemployed, that is where the problem is. Because if you put money into young people, they go to university, those who can't afford, government pays for them. And you know that if you come from you are not going to, you are going to create employment, because these young people, they are going to work, and they have all the qualifications that you need. You see, they are going to assist the country. But we are not doing that. We invest where we are not supposed to invest. Example, now 350, invest 350. Everybody now, you are not working, you are getting 350. Why? It's because I believe that government is buying people to vote for them, but they are destroying the country. For me, you must invest in the future. Who caused this issue of parents not to be able to pay for their children? It's government. Because they cause poverty. Those people are unemployed, they can't look after their children. But if you invest in those children that their parents can't afford to pay for them, you are investing in the future of South Africa. We must invest in the future of South Africa. And young people, if they can't afford fees, government must pay for those fees.
Dr. Blade Nzimande doesn't seem to see it that way. We're always fighting. Doesn't seem to agree with our grievances, but it's okay. I'm looking forward to South Africa where...
But why are you mentioning him? Because Hlaudi is waiting. So don't waste your time and think about other people, what they are saying.
Yes.
You know, people must just elect Hlaudi and lead the country. You'll see a change, not by talking.
Yes.
You know, I'm not a person who talks.
Action man.
Yes, I implement.
Yes.
And I don't know English, so I can't play with words. Now talking about people who play with words.
Yes.
So just elect me, you'll see difference.
Yes. Sir, I wish to see a South Africa where every year no students will be getting rubber bullets on the streets, where no hippos will be coming and terrorizing us, where there will be no exchange of stones between the security and the student. It was bad what was happening this year. Students were stoning the security was stoning back to students. I'm looking to see a future of South Africa when it comes to academia peacefully. Everything should be resolved with dialogue. I'm looking to see a very peaceful South Africa when it comes to academia.
No, why dialogue? You see, people of South Africa, you like dialogue. That's why you can't move forward. You need a leader who's going to implement what people of South Africa want. Yes. You don't need dialogue. Because that dialogue takes more time. 10 years, you are out. 20 years, you die. You don't need people with this talk of dialogues. You need someone who's going to change South Africa and implement what you as young people are saying, that we want education. We want free education. You want to elect someone who's going to just implement, not dialogue. We don't need dialogue in South Africa. That's why we're not moving forward.
We need action. It's the action man. Sir, earlier on, next coming elections, and I don't take this lightly for you out of your busy schedule to make time to talk to me as young as I am. I really appreciate it.
But why are you saying young? You know, I don't believe in young or because you see, there are old people, but here they are young. They are young people, but here they are old. You see what I'm saying in short is, for me, I don't judge people about their whether you are young or you are old. I judge people about what they stand for, about what I see in them. You see, because you can be old sometimes, but young person can excel and behave better than an old person. You know, it happens everywhere. For me, we just need someone who can assist South Africa. Young or age is not the problem. You must be proud that you must believe in yourself. Because sometimes when you think, hey, I'm young, I can't do this. No, you must not do that. You must just do what you need to do. It's not about young, it's about brain.
Thank you so much.
And all brains, there is no young brain. Yes, if you know how to use brain.
Thank you so much, sir, for trying to slot me in your busy schedule. Thank you so much, sir. I will really, really appreciate it. I will never forget it. Mr. President, I'll never forget it, sir. I'm looking forward to have a lunch with you. Advise me on how I can attract investors in my podcast. I have an issue of equipment. These people who are borrowing us camera and lights, that they're giving us problem as time. They don't want to give us equipment. So as a person who has attracted investors in SABC, looking forward to have a lunch.
You see, what you do, actually, SABC must assist you. Because SABC is a public broadcaster.
Yeah.
Young people like you who are coming with this thing, they must go there and just record. And SABC must tap into talent.
Yeah.
You know, there are many good young people, as you are saying. The only problem for young people is the resources. What you do, you need resources. But the public broadcaster must assist young people.
Thank you so much, guys. As you heard from Mr. Action Man, as you heard from Mr. Sweetness, guys, I don't want to tell you which political party to vote for or who you should be voting for, but I want to encourage you to say register, guys, to vote next year. Let your vote speak what you want to see happening in this country. Take responsibility. Go and vote, guys, and encourage people around you to go and vote. Let your vote make a difference. And thank you so much, guys, for joining us. We'll see you in our next episode. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
On that.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, tlola ni dialogue.